Hi, I'm Kat of Homeschooling PNC, and I'm at the hospital. I'm making a video on um, paano ba namin tinuruan magbasa yung aming anak. Just a little background. Um, this week kasi, um, I've posted some of our learning materials online. And yung mga hindi na namin ginagamit or hindi pa gagamitin in the next 1 to 2 years, pinamigay ko ng iba naman. I sold it. So after posting yung mga learning materials namin, I got several messages on Facebook and in my messenger, pati sa Instagram, and they were asking if I have any materials na I am willing to give or to sell. Ayun. Specifically learning materials on teaching kids how to read and phonics. Pero, quite frankly, it's really hard for me to let go of our curriculum kasi I still have baby Z and another baby coming out in the next 2 days. So, I'll be using them in the future. Ayan. So, I've decided to create a poll online na lang, asking people kung gusto niyo ba gumawa na lang ako ng video or a blog post on kung paano nga namin tinuruan si Little Baby magbasa. Ayan. And thankfully, meron naman mga nag-reply, meron mga nag-comment. So, this is for you guys. So, for those who gave their thumbs up, their hearts, their likes. And sa mga nag-comment na yes, they wanted to have something like that, a video or article on how to teach kids how to read. Okay, so please bear with me. I'm in the hospital kasi it's my check-up. So this is the only time that I'm free at tahimik. So while waiting for the doctor, let's have a video on the topic. I'm not an educator. I'm not an expert in teaching kids. I'm just a regular homeschool mom na naging successful sa pagtuturo sa anak kung paano magbasa. And I want to share this with you guys. Kung ano yung mga natutunan ko, ano yung mga tips, ano yung mga steps na ginamit namin. It's disclaimer lang kasi this may or may not work for your kid kasi lahat naman ng bata are very unique. So, iba yung learning styles, iba yung environment, iba yung learning capability nila. So, it may or may not work for you, pero I'm just sharing it because who knows, di ba? Malay nyo, mag-work sa inyo. It will help you in your journey. Whether you're homeschooling or whether you have kids going to a regular school na struggle on reading, I hope this video and the article I'll make about it would be beneficial to you and your kids. Okay, so first step or first tip, something that you can start when your child is born. So pagkapanganak pa lang, pwede na itong gawin. Ngayon, bakit naman yung gagawin habang baby pa, di ba? Paano ito makakatulong? So, I'll explain this that. The first step, before you can teach your child how to read, kailangan ma-develop mo muna yung audio and visual perception and discrimination. So, ano ba to? Perception and audio and visual perception and discrimination. Kasi ito yung ability of the person to notice different details. For example, the shape, the size, dimension, the different aspects of a particular image. Okay, so yun yung nare-recognize mo yung differences niya, yung mga the different details. Natin kailangan i-develop yun kasi it affects the learning capability of the child. Kasi dun ma-develop yung ability niya to follow directions, ability niya to identify orientation. For example, di ba tayo, when we read from left to right, other cultures read from right to left, or up to down, diba? So, by developing their audio and visual perception discrimination, we are preparing them on identifying the different letters and the different sounds of each letter. So habang bata pa, habang baby pa sila, we develop these skills. So paano ba ito dine-develop? Okay. When you play with your babies, di ba, you play with peekaboo, ganyan. The first, one of the first senses na meron yung mga babies is the sense of hearing. They can identify kagad the voice of the mother. So, when you play with your kids, ganyan, especially if they're too young, you can talk to them all the time, ganyan. Parang, the way you communicate with your kids, it helps them identify the different sounds na meron sa environment. Yeah. So, they get to identify the different sounds of the family members like that. And then, as they grow, pag nilalabas mo na sila, hindi na medyo malaki na, you help them on introduce them to different sounds. For example, pag lalabas kayo, oh, there's a cat, diba? Oh, what is the cat sound? Diba sa mga toys na meron tayo, meron mga animal sounds, ganyan. So, they get to distinguish the different sounds na meron sa environment. So, once they get to distinguish that, nade-develop na rin na there's a difference between the sound of a P and a V, or a B and V, or P and F. Yun. So that's why it's important. Habang bata pa, you help them to develop that skill in identifying and discriminating yung mga different images and different sounds that the meron sa environment, because this will really help them pagdating sa step I think the next steps on phonics and how to teach your kids how to. So when they're a bit bigger na, let's say 2.5 or 3 preschool years na, you can develop naman their visual perception discrimination through puzzles, through worksheets. Yung mga worksheets na, di ba, meron yung pictures, encircle what's different between picture A and picture B, ganyan. Yan. That's a way of developing that. Or makita na ma-identify nila kagad kung there's something different with the picture. So, yun there. So, pag preschool yun, pwede yun na yung gawin. For puzzles, yan. And just continue communicating with your kids. Kasi yun ang pinaka-importante, that you talk to them. And then, nade-develop naman yun, yung listening skills nila. In that way. Simple, pero meron sila natututunan sa proseso. The second step. Before you even teach your child how to read, kailangan mo muna i-develop yung love niya for reading. Diba? Saka you can push someone to learn how to read kung hindi mo pa siya nag-develop yung pagmamahal niya, yung interest niya sa pagbabasa. So, paano natin gagawin yun? Simple. Read to your child every day. Kahit baby pa yan, toddler yan, preschooler yan, you have to do your read alouds every single day. You can read about the benefits of reading to your child online. We have several articles on that on Google. Search nyo na lang. Some research say na you have to read to your child at least 20 minutes a day. Depende naman sa inyo, you can have it more. Ganun. Siguro tip ko na lang for reading alouds, go for board books. Kasi for kids, young, like toddlers, madali naman sila yung mga so just go for board books. Soft books, soft cloth books, they're expensive and hindi ganun tumatagal yung interest ng kids on cloth books. So I would suggest, if you're going to buy your first books for your kids, go for a hardbound or board books. Board books. I'll share with you, when my son was 2 or 3 years old, 2 and 3, yan. Whenever I do a read aloud with him, hindi niya gusto yung nasa tabi ko siya or nasa lap ko siya. most of the time, nagbabasa ako, patakbo-takbo siya, kung saan sa pumupunta, babalik lang, sisilip na doon sa book, tapos aalis ulit. Ganyan. Pero when I stop, he always go back and say, Mama, read ka. Read. Akala natin, minsan ako frustrated ako, hindi naman nakikinig eh, ganyan. Pero true enough, he was listening to the story. And after a few weeks of reading a particular book, ito, warning na to ha, kids, they prefer to read a particular book paulit-ulit. Okay, so, okay lang yun. Kasi at least they have a particular taste kung ano yung gusto ng book. The particular story na gusto na paulit-ulit. But anyway, so after a few weeks, when I was reading the book, or hindi pala, kinuha niya yung book. He was reading the book exactly how I read it. So, akala namin marunong na siya magbasa. Turns out, he memorized the story and he knows kung asang page, yung particular paragraph, sentences to yung story na yun. So, ayun. So, that is one of the instances that we've learned na ang learning style ng anak ko is auditory. So, he's an auditory learner. He was listening here. So, tips when we're doing your read alouds. Maganda na you ask questions. It's a particular story. So, corduroy is there. You ask them, what's the color of corduroy's overalls? So, you ask questions para ma-develop din comprehension ng kid when it comes to the story. Yeah. So, you ask questions. Another tip would be when you're reading to them, sasabi mo sila, you point out to the words on the page as you read them para kahit paano ma-identify na nila like kung yung particular word ay additional tips on how to instill the love for reading to your child. Be a model. Okay? Kasi pag nakikita nila nagbabasa ka ng books or newspaper, nag-e-engganyo rin sila. You know, kids naman, diba? They imitate adults. Yan. Kaya, when they see you reading books, and they see you reading brochures, magazines, paper, kanya, newspapers, na makaka-relate sila na, I wanna be like mama or I wanna be like papa. And so, you instill to them the love for reading. Another tip would be, pag nilagay niyo yung mga books or in-store niyo, make sure na madali silang makuha or at an eye level. Okay, so kung meron kayong shelves, meron kayong lalagyan ng books, especially yung mga favorite books nila, you put them in a place where kung saan nila madaling makukuha para if they feel like they wanna browse through the pages or they want to read it, they can get it right away. So those are 2 additional tips on how you're going to instill the love for reading